went back to people looking for more money because we didn't want to cut out communications and furniture, fixture equipment, all that other sort of stuff. Get shortchanged this. From the tail end of those are the things that get shortchanged.
Well, as I say, when I asked the question, the surprise level is they're pretty comfortable now. They're in the stage of building versus exploring and coming up with issues that they should be all exposed at this point.
So,
Yeah, I'd like to see a detailed list.
I'll give you a detailed list and then
Sure.
Architects playing at this point as far as the structural thing, as far as the rear of the building that anticipated.
They just dug up and poured a foundation.
But I would assume that there was an assessment done as to what was there, as to whether or not you could utilize it or what.
There was no, my understanding was there was no rebar in it. It was structurally unsound.
Didn't meet code. Unreinforced masonry walls. Okay.
And
I'll get you
unknown.
Right.
Okay. Well, let's find out. I'll get you a recap.
No, absolutely.
Okay. Moving on, just an update on the town's open space and recreation plan. You'll recall that $25,000 was approved at the April town meeting. It's one of the items that is critical in terms of securing state grant funds for land acquisition. And the RFP is complete. I've reviewed it and I've approved it. Vendor proposals will be due to the town on September 14th. The recreation department is anticipating that the plan will be finalized and be ready to be submitted for state approval on or about December 21st. And just to not shortchange it, there's a series of public hearings and public meetings that are required as part of that process. I've given you the start date and the end date. There are many other steps that are necessary in between. So just an update in terms of progress of that was approved at town meeting. The other update is number 6, which is the work ongoing with the Damon Tavern. As you know, one of the critical issues was to stop the water infiltration into the building, and there was waterproofing work done on the chimney and replacement of some damaged exterior wood in the rear of the building by the rear entry. In addition, the town has put out a bid specification for exterior painting. Contractors are providing us with proposals on August 30th, and the completion date for the project, the exterior painting project, would be no later than mid-October, and that's final completion. So we're moving on. Again, public bid laws make it a little bit more difficult in terms of getting something put together, rather than just calling a contractor and saying we need a price quote to put together all the details, including the contracts and such. So that is out on the street as we speak right now.
What about the floor in the basement? The last I heard, it was going to be coated or covered.
I've actually talked to the building supervisor, and he's in the process of getting some quotes to cover the floor in the basement. I have not received those yet, but that is a project that is very much the next thing to do after we complete the exterior painting.
And is that going to come out of the revolving fund? Is there enough funds to do the painting and the?
We will have to assess and see where the funds stand after we get the bids in. Depends on the amount of the bids for the exterior painting. And number 7, just a report on the fiscal 08 budget cycle. The finance department and I have begun our efforts in the budget planning cycle. I'm suggesting, and Mr. Chair, I run this by you, that there be a budget kickoff session that takes place in October at a selectmen's meeting with department heads, boards, and committees. Really, the purposes that I've defined for the meeting is to present revenue assumptions and issue guidance to departments affecting their fiscal '08 budget submissions. 2, to present the town's 3-year revenue expense forecast and review a strategy for a multi-year override if in fact that's the direction the town desires to go in as a result of the 3-year revenue forecast. And then lastly, to recap activities for fiscal year 2007, see how we did in comparison to where we thought we would be, and then to also report on the town's overall financial condition. As you know, we have an annual audit done that's taking place right now. I'm hopeful that that can be incorporated into this session. So leave that with the board, but that's my thought is to try to accomplish those things at a meeting sometime in October.
Let's talk about that for a minute. Monday, October, I think the 2nd is our first meeting. The second meeting normally would be the 3rd Monday, which is the Monday of town meeting. We generally have a very short meeting. So if we're going to do an October, mid-October or after meeting, I suggest we plan on scheduling a meeting for the 3rd, or the Monday after. Let's say the 4th Monday.
That's Columbus, after town meeting.
Yeah.
Is that what you want to be, budgetary, you know?
Well, it's,
I'm comfortable being there, doing the budget, getting the budget guidelines
we
issued.
have October town meeting past us.
Normally, the
Yeah.
last couple of years, we've been taking a more aggressive posture as far as.
I didn't raise last year, though, did it?
Trying to get things sooner rather than later.
No, I agree with you there, but I don't know.
So let's accept the
There's
fact that we're not
something
gonna
to
get
say-
what we wanted and just.
There's
go.
something to say, we've got October town meeting past us, we know where we are with any leftover free cash. We kind of said, okay, now we've got at least our current year under control and properly budgeted.
Town meetings on the 16th,
Yeah.
and we go Thursday, maybe 19th, take care of it. 23rd,
Yeah.
30th.
The 23rd for what purpose?
Budget kickoff.
Budget.
Celebrate my mother's birthday.
Invite her for a cake or something.
Okay.
Town meeting